It's your host, Benjamin Grizzly, and we are live from the table. Got a new view today. We are reporting live from Verified Studio. Shout out to our ThomBankz partners. And today, I got a special guest with me, artist, up-and-coming producer, extraordinaire, Prmise.
What's going on, world?
What's going on, brother?
How you doing?
It's good to have you here, man.
Great to be here, man.
So,
definitely great to be here.
First off, we're just going to jump right into it. 2019, it's the new year. Let the people know where you're from, man.
I'm from Los Angeles, California. Born and raised in Panorama City, San Fernando Valley. Man, I miss it, man. Love it.
Okay.
Moved out here to El Paso back in 2006.
Okay.
Love it here too. This is where my music was born, actually. So definitely love this place.
So definitely repping for the West Coast.
Definitely.
Was it Southern Cal or North Cal?
Southern Cal.
Southern Cal. Okay. So 2019. Did you have any resolutions for 2019? Like, what was you? I see you making big moves out here.
I graduated college.
Congrats,
December.
man.
Yes, thank you very much. I appreciate you, audio engineer. Got my bachelor's, so definitely looking forward to actually engineering for possibly Netflix, Universal Motion Pictures. I'm gonna try to attack the movie scene. Music's always gonna be there. Love the music scene, but the main goal is to get like some type of intern or full-time job at a professional studio. So
since music is the main goal, how long have you been making music? Where did it all start? Take us back.
It all started, well, I've been singing since I was 8. I used to listen to a lot of old school heads, legends, Drew Hill, Jagged Edge.
Okay. That's soulful.
Yeah.
Okay.
New Edition, Stevie Wonder.
Jacquees?
No. Hell no. Who is that?
You said you gotta mention the legends, you gotta mention Jacquees.
Nah. He was tripping.
Yeah.
Man.
Did you see your man check Keith Sweat? He tried to check Keith Sweat.
Yeah, man. Keith Sweat was man.
Hey, can you go get this little kid away from me?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Like, nah. Jacquees lost his mind on that. He's tripping, bro.
But yeah, you definitely raised with them legends. So is that where you got your voice from? Is that?
Yeah, man. Real soulful, man. Like, I just love the soulfulness. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it just brings out a lot in me. It definitely calms me. You know what I mean? Eases my mind, especially too.
So the name Prmise. How did you come about that?
It's a long story, but long story short, I've always been one to keep my promises.
Man of his word.
Like, I've always tried to deliver, on my word. You know what I mean? Sometimes I can't, come through, but it's a long story though behind that.
I feel like that's something that's like rare in this cutthroat industry of music, because I'm sure like you have business deals with a lot of people when you come to music, and not everyone has them same values and morals that you hold on to. So yeah, it's really hard to find people that you can work with, that you can that keep their promises. Basically.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially that can deliver. You know what I mean? Like, everybody can say they can do this and do that, but actually delivering and delivering quality results. You know what I mean? Like, that's the biggest difference. You know what I mean? So definitely quality over quantity.
So with you, it's not just about what you're putting out, how much you're putting out. It's the quality of the product that you're giving to the people. That's your biggest concern.
Yeah, definitely. I want to be able to give people quality music. You know what I mean? Because when I first started in the industry, like, I always got people that would come up to me and be like, yo, listen to my mixtape, listen to this, man, I'm the next best thing, I'm the next whatever, Lil Wayne, you feel me? And I'm just like, all right, you know what I mean? Like, I love creative people, you know what I mean? I never doubted anybody, you know what I mean? Because I was once in their position too, you know what I mean? And I take a listen to the first 15-20 seconds of the song, man, and sometimes I'd have to cut it off because the quality is just so distorted, you know what I mean? Like, it's unlistenable, so I kind of just going through that kind of like made me think and realize, like, damn, that's what these labels are doing, you know what I mean?
Like, they're filtering through because you got a lot of content now with YouTube and social media. It's not like 20 years ago when to break you as an artist, you already established. Like you have these big labels backing you. Now anyone with a YouTube channel can create content and potentially get on, but it's sifting through all these different creators to find one that's actually marketable. Like, is this guy going to be like a quality actor?
Yeah, definitely. You know, quality got to be there. The look got to be there. The image is everything nowadays too.
Okay.
You know, it's 99.9%. You know, business and 0.1% talent nowadays. You know what I mean? So you could be the best singer, rapper, whatever you want to be in the world, but like the business side of it, you got to know your business.
I feel like today's generation. Do you think it's all about the viewership or about the talent? Because a lot of people now, they just like trolling, then you showcase your talent instead of vice versa.
Look, yeah, it's like that nowadays. It's tough nowadays, but like before, it's like, you know, like people were more focused on like, damn, like this person can really spit and, you know, he can ride the beat, you know what I mean? Sing really well, you know what I mean? You know, and nowadays, like anybody can do it. You know what I mean? Like you got all these crutches, you know, like auto-tune and, you know what I mean? Like, and music and equipment is so accessible to the, you know, to people that it's just, you know, anybody can do it. And now it's just how popular are you? What do your numbers look like? You know, like that's what it really comes down to.
Streams and numbers.
Man.
Like
it's all about who you know too. You know what I mean?
Connections.
Like, definitely.
Okay.
It's that money.
As far as like industry and just like music in general, do you come from like a musical background family, or is it kind of just you ventured out on this on your own?
It's a long story too, but definitely the musical background comes from my dad's side of the family. I don't know my father.
So your biological dad, or
my biological dad. I don't know him. I just know that he used to play in the NFL, and I got a lot of family members that, you know, played in the NFL and that sing. I heard my grandmother on my dad's side used to sing back in the day with like Aretha Franklin and stuff like that. So I really don't know that side, but I know that a lot of family members that I do know of, like cousins, long distant relatives, they do sing.
Okay.
Yeah, and when I hear them, they're good, man. Yeah, they're real good. They're better than me.
So talent definitely runs deep in the family.
Yeah, definitely.
So growing up, okay, what inspired you to even want to pursue a career in music? And moreover, who were like your biggest influences? I say your top 5 musicians that you said, you know what, these guys made it, I want to be like these guys one day.
It's funny because I've always wanted to be a football player. I was a running back, high school, man. I ran track, 100 meters, you know, I was a sprinter. You know, in 9th grade, I ran like a 9.9. You know, I was fast, man.
So you better go to college and all that.
I was ready to go, man. And I got in a car accident after I graduated, 2004, March 14th, in California, and it nearly cost me my life, man. So like after that, like I couldn't play sports anymore, and I didn't know what to do. Like I'd be at home every day and just thinking like, damn, like what do I do?
Was that like a really depth?
Like it really took
in your life.
It really took a toll on my life, man. Like I didn't know what to do. So then like I just started kind of fiddling around online and stuff, trying to, you know, come up with different ideas and stuff. You know, I started getting into computers, cars, and trying to find my niche. You know what I mean? And I just couldn't really be content with just one thing. So I ran across this website called Fruity Loops. It was like Fruity Loops like 1 or whatever it was. So yeah, man, like it was like one of the first Fruity Loops that ever came out, and you know, I started messing around with it, you know, and I started producing, and then after that I started rapping, and I came across this program called Cool Edit Pro,
I know about that one.
Old school.
That's like the first.
Yeah.
If you was making music in like 2008, that's what you was using. Everyone.
Cool Edit Pro, Audacity, yeah, man. Like,
Virtual DJ, all that stuff.
So I started on that, and then just one thing led to another. Like I was rapping for maybe about like a year, and you know I used to listen to a lot of mystical too. Like there was just a phase in my life where I just started listening to nothing but mystical, Master P, and
that's
No Limit.
Straight No Limit, but
yeah. So I started trying to flow like them and stuff like that. It's crazy, you know what I mean? And then like that phase just went away, and then like I started hearing like a lot of like. Mario, Cisco, and then when I heard Cisco and Drew Hill, that's really when it like came to me. Okay,
like, he's definitely in your
like,
top 5.
Yeah, like honestly, like I think they would be like number 1. You know what I mean? Because it was just so different. Yeah. You know, like. You know, everybody makes fun of Cisco nowadays, you know what I mean? But
he's
like people still, but I mean, he's more than that though. Like he's the harmonies, like Drew Hill too. Yeah, you the hair that everybody does now, you know what I mean? Like
he was doing that like in the early 2000s.
Yeah, and everybody's doing it now. You know, Chris Brown did it. You feel me? Like a lot of people.
He was on the wave before people even knew it was a wave.
Yeah, he changed the game. He's one of the heavy hitters in R&B.
Definitely
you know what I mean? So like just after seeing him, you know what I mean, like I really respected the vocal talent. You know what I mean? Like even though like maybe the business side of it was kind of off with him, the talent, I really wanted to do that. That soulfulness in R&B, like it was so dope to me. And today listening to music now, it's like. It's a lot of singing, rapping. It's like a lot of talk singing, and that's into the industry is, more of that soulful.
So for me personally, I think there's been a void in real R&B. I'd say starting from probably 2008 till now, because the industry is really saturated with auto-tune, and prior to that, you really had to have singing talent to sing. Now it's just like anyone that can halfway sing, we're gonna put some auto-tune on it, and bam, we just gonna rock with that.
Yeah, man, auto-tune really, T-Pain did that. I mean, it was before T-Pain, but T-Pain really reintroduced that into the hip-hop game and R&B game, like tough. Everybody started using it after him. And I feel like it really put a crutch on, even on the live performances, because people don't even really sing, or can't even really hold a note long enough on stage live. They don't sound like their records. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's really what's lacking is the live music. Especially bands. Like that's why Prince sold out concerts and like by a lot, you know what I mean? Like Michael Jackson, same thing, you know what I mean? Because they got the live bands behind them, like people want to see a show, and now it's just, it's just in the club and, pop a CD in, it's okay, it's trendy now. It's not
about showmanship, it's not about quality, it's just like whatever's hot and popping at the moment, whatever trend is hot, let's just rock with that until it fades out, and we're gonna hop on the next trend.
Yeah. I mean, the only person that I can say, the only people that I can say, like, that are out there now, as far as artists is concerned, that, that are gonna be legends or that are already legends, is like, like Chris Brown. You feel me? Like, he's a triple threat. He could sing, dance, and act.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's pretty funny too.
Yeah.
He's comedic too.
He can draw. He has so many avenues he can go to. You know what I mean? And that's the thing with that I always press on a lot of artists that come my way that I engineer and they seek advice from me is, they're always like, yo, what can I do to kind of make myself more appealing or do something different with my my skill or whatever. I'm like, yo, pick up something else. You know what I mean?
You gotta be multidimensional. You can't just stay in one lane, because when you stay in one lane, you limit yourself.
Definitely.
Because you got fans that want to like you, but they want to like you for different things. You can't just, you used to do the sings, you used to do the dance, or you can be like dude that he played.
Oh, Ryan Leslie.
Ryan Leslie.
Yeah, man. He like a lot of people don't know about him. You know what I mean? But he makes hit records that we listen to today. That other artists. He's sitting back.
Like people like, oh, I like that song. They don't even know he produced it.
Yeah.
They like don't even know. They're just like, yeah, that's a good song. You know Ryan Leslie. You hear them drums and the piano. He did all that.
Yeah.
And people were just like, oh, he's just the dude that made that one Diamond Girl song. Like, bro,
He's making that artist's money. Like he's pocketing his money.
Royalties is a real thing. Your Twitter page. So we got some tweets here. So you tweeted, I think it was 2017.
I became a man when my biological father abandoned me at age 1. Elaborate on that.
I tweeted that shit?
You tweeted that shit. We did the research. We did the research.
Oh man.
Like how did that, like the man you are today, how did that affect you? Because I understand you got a daughter.
Yeah.
You're a father yourself. So
two.
how did that affect you into the way you're a father these days?
It's deep, man.
That's
Like,
deep. People want to know, man.
I don't know if I should talk about that, but I mean, there's certain things
Well,
I don't talk about. I mean, but like,
does it make you want to be a better dad?
Definitely, man. Like, I'm a better person. I'm a better man. I'm wise. I've always been wise. You know what I mean? I've always made mistakes, but like, I've always been, you know, a lot wiser than most of my friends, most of my people, most of my peers. You know what I mean? So I ain't never want to be like that, man. You know, and I've always told myself, you know, whenever I have kids, that I'll never be like him, and I'll always be there for my child, no matter what. No matter what. Because that, like, just growing up without him and having somebody else in my life that really didn't care for me, you know what I mean? Like I felt like nothing, you know what I mean? Like the household was, it wasn't what it should be. I don't wish that on my worst enemy. You know, like, it took a lot out of me, man. Like, there are times where I just wanted to give up and just be like, you know, like, I wanted to end it right then and there, like, for real. And something in the back of my mind just kept me going. You know what I mean? Just don't give up, don't give up. As much as I wanted to give up, you know, I quit a lot of things, man. You know, I've dropped out of school. Like, to be honest with you, man, like, I dropped out of high school, you know what I mean? And it took me forever to go back to school. And yeah, man, a lot of people don't know that about me. You know, they think I'm giving everything, and
I
it's
got it all
really
together.
not. Yeah, it's really
I'm
not.
out here doing big things. Like I've always been doing big things.
Yeah,
like, but
man, like,
on the real.
Yeah, and it's a struggle, man. Life's a struggle, man, and I'm still struggling. You know, until, I mean, even when I do make it, like, it's still gonna be a struggle. You know what I mean? Ain't no resting until we actually rest.
Coming from that background, do you feel like you have a platform, you have a voice for everyone that comes from that similar situation where you can kind of speak to those kind of kids and be like, hey, look, I understand we came from the same background, but you can be successful. You don't have to hold on to that. You can still elevate yourself, and accomplish great things. Because, like, you kind of
definitely, man. Like, even when I was young, it's crazy, man. Because, like, when you say that, like, I've always thought about, like, doing something for the kids. You know what I mean? Like, doing, you know, like, I don't know. I think I got it from my grandfather. You feel me? Because my grandparents are the one that really raised me.
Okay.
You know, my grandfather's been one to always help somebody, even when he didn't have the means to help somebody, he would try to help them anyway.
He'd give his last.
Yeah.
Shirt off his back.
Yeah, even with me, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's crazy, man, because, you know, there are times where, you know, I see him crying, you know what I mean? A grown-ass man that I felt like, you know, that was like, I looked up to it like he was God, you feel me? Because
he's Superman.
Can't
nothing touch grandpa.
Yeah, so, you know, but he's a hard-working man, and I wanted to be like that, you know, and I feel like I am like that now because of him, you know what I mean, and I mean, back to the kids, you know what I mean? Like, I would definitely like to have like some type of foundation or something to where I'm helping neglected kids or emotionally abused kids, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of parents out there that really don't give a shit, man. And they're really, bro, and they really killing their kids. Cause you feel me? That's unacceptable, man. Like if you're really that type of person and do that to your own flesh and blood, like, why bring kids into the world if you know that you're like that?
If you're not gonna help inspire them, help them accomplish their dreams, you just killing their whole inspiration.
Just because you're miserable with your life, come on, man. Like for real, that's crazy, man. Like like especially what I see on the news all the time. Like it's just crazy, bro. Like it's crazy. I'm surprised God ain't come down here, bro.
Real talk, it's wild out here. Speaking of wild, on to your next tweet. Speaking of wild,
Kind of scared when you got it there.
$70 for a haunted house. I could nut in my girl and be scared for free.
Yo,
bro, I remember it.
He was like, I don't even know what kind of space I was in when I said that. Hey, this is wrong. Yo, when you laughing now, but this is the kind of stuff when you get on, people will be like, oh, he said fuck this dude in 2014, but now he doing an interview. Oh, he fake. He fake. Okay, bro, what was going through your head?
Honestly, I wasn't scared, to be honest with you. Like when my daughter's mom said she was pregnant, I was just like,
fuck it.
Cool. I was cool.
It is what it is.
It was weird because I was like asking myself, like, nigga, you ain't scared? Nah, I ain't scared. I'm good, nigga, I'm good. I was ready, bro. Like,
let's do it.
For some reason,
You was ready to be a dad.
yeah. You know what I mean?
Because most men in America,
I'm out.
She what? Oh nah, lose this number. Click.
Delete, man. Yeah, man. Like
That's respect. That's respect.
man. Like, I was ready, man. You know what I mean? I was mentally prepared. You feel me? I mean, I didn't. Low key, like not low key. Like high key, I wanted a kid. You know what I mean? So I mean, and I loved her. You feel me? So, and even to this day, I'm always love her. You feel me? She's my daughter's and my mom. So like, yeah. So, mom and my daughter, ended that.
As far as your record label situation, so you got music, obviously. Where can we find your music at? Because what platforms are you your music on right now?
Well, first of all, I got a website. It's Prmise without the O. It's Prmise.com. And then on there, I got different links and stuff. I'm still working on it. I'm building it myself.
Okay.
But you can find my stuff on Spotify. 25,000 brick and mortar stores across the world. So I recently took down my release album. I had an album called Release, and I took it down.
What, you don't want to get the finish?
No, I do. It's just I took it down because there was an issue with the artist's name. There was a gospel group named Prmise. So
copyright
when people, it wasn't that. The name wasn't trademarked. Okay. So I could have kept it, which I was thinking of doing. Excuse me. But fans couldn't find me.
Because it would pull up this other gospel artist.
Yeah, it would pull them up, so they would have to filter through them, and it would have to go through their profiles and stuff like that. So what had happened is you would have to type in the artist's name and then the song. You know what I mean?
Just to get to you. So
yeah,
to make it more accessible to the audience, you have to change.
I changed the artist name. I just took out the O. Okay. I mean, I took forever. That's why I never really put out stuff, because I was contemplating of changing my name totally, completely.
Do you have a SoundCloud account?
I do. It's Prmise, SoundCloud.com/Prmise.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're a fan, you can check them out, SoundCloud.com/Prmise.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm on Pandora, Spotify, and all that stuff too now.
Okay, so all the major platforms. All right. So, 2019, I feel like you got a good backstory. You got a lot to work for. You got a lot of inspiration. But what's next? What do you want out of 2019? Where do you see yourself right here now? But what are you trying to get to? What are you trying to accomplish this year?
I'm trying to do more arena shows. Yeah.
Arenas.
Yeah.
That's like.
My last show was at the New Orleans Arena in Las Vegas.
How did that
go? It
go?
was the Kings and Queens of R&B. It was a Teddy Riley event.
Teddy Riley legend.
Yeah. It was a dream come true, man.
Okay.
Let me tell you a little story about that. So like, about 6 months prior to that show, it was December 2nd last year. I was having these dreams of like performing on the stage, you know, all these blue lights and stuff like that. So, I was going through a lot during that time when I was having these dreams, right? And you know, financially, just you know, just a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm taking care of my daughter. I'm a single dad. So I look at my daughter one morning, and I'm just like, man, like I don't want to do this no more. Like I don't want to be living paycheck to paycheck. You feel me? So I started posting all my studio equipment that I've collected over the years on Let Go. And the morning after I did that, I get a phone call from somebody in Vegas. Yeah. They wanted me to perform, not open up. They wanted me to go in between Genuine and John B.
Genuine
and
John
John
B.
Yeah.
You were the segue.
Yeah, I was like, it was crazy, bro.
You
like,
segue in between two, like, those are two
Yeah.
legends. So, like, the crowd, they're gonna be like,
They
this
was
dude,
like-
they
yeah.
probably like, this dude better be good. Like, you don't open up just, you don't just
it was-
segue between
it
Genuine
was-
if you ain't good.
Yeah, it was wild, man. Like I couldn't believe it, man. And you know they had me stay at the Aliante Hotel for 2 weeks straight. You know, flew me back for Thanksgiving and flew back to Vegas. Stayed there for another week at the New Orleans Arena. Had background dancers and everything, man.
You
Like,
had
it
the
was,
whole-
it was crazy. So when the time came, man, like we're downstairs at the down at the bottom of at the arena in our dressing rooms and stuff. Donnell Jones is in the next dressing room over. Faith Evans is over there on that side. Like I'm seeing all these bodyguards. I got bodyguards. Like it's crazy, bro. Like yeah, I'm like I got bodyguards.
I don't need a bodyguard.
I got, you know, Versace shoes on, like, bro, Lamborghinis outside for, like, I couldn't believe it. Like, I felt like it was too good to be true, you know what I mean? So, at the same time, I was scared. I was scared, like, man, what's gonna happen after this? You know what I mean? Like, am I gonna sign my life away after this? Like, because when you're around that, like, you're just coming from nothing and you're just thrown in there.
And, like, your heart's like going on.
Yeah, bro.
You're
Like, and you
you're
hear
like-
the audience. Like, I
You
performed
probably
that.
were looking at the crowd like, I wasn't expecting, like, you've done
You
shows
look
for
at
like
the crowd
20, 30 people.
like this.
You just like,
Yeah, bro. Like, I'm talking. It was sold out, whole arena. So I'm just like, dude, like, you want me to perform there? Like, I don't believe it. Like, and that's the craziest thing is, I felt like God was just sending me a message because I felt like He knew. I mean, He knows everything. He knows all, right? But I didn't believe in myself
until that moment.
until that
it
moment.
was
It's
like a
like,
calling.
why don't you believe in yourself? Look, you're in this position, and it could be even bigger than this. All you gotta do is just believe in yourself. And I felt like that really played a huge role on why I'm not where I'm at today. Because I always felt like I wasn't good enough. Because I've always listened to the people that used to tell me that I was never gonna amount to shit, that I'll never be nothing, that I wasn't good enough, that I wasn't marketable, that I wasn't this or that. You feel me? Like, I've always listened to that. You know what I mean? And in that moment, bro, like when I was walking to the elevator out of my room, like, and everyone, all the dancers started singing my song. Like I felt like I was in a dream.
This ain't
Like,
real.
yeah, bro, I started crying, bro.
Like,
I could call the dancers right now, they'd be like, yeah, that nigga was crying, that nigga was boo-hoo crying. Like,
Everything that you've always wanted, it's happening right now, real time.
Yeah.
And you don't even know how to, you just like.
Yeah. And I'm living currently in the city of La Mesa, New Mexico. I'm living in a population of 700. You feel me? Like, it can happen anywhere. It don't matter where you at. You ain't got to move to LA to become this. Bro, technology is so crazy nowadays. You can be anywhere to, you know what I mean, to make it. But yeah, man, like, and when I got up on that stage and started performing, all the lights were blue. It was my dream, bro. Like it came true. You feel me? Like it really did come true. I was dreaming about 6 months prior to that show. I was dreaming about performing on a big stage with blue lights hitting me. And when you look at my Instagram post, I'm there singing with the background dancers and the lights are blue. Like
that's
it's crazy,
real.
bro.
That's real. You don't even be like, you know what, thank you. That's all you can do at that point.
Yeah.
Thank you. This is real.
Yeah,
it must be meant to be.
Yeah.
You at that point you need to be like, this is meant to be.
Yeah. And
you don't need no more questions.
Really, that's what I'm really aiming for is that. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to making great music for people and helping other artists make great music for people. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I'm trying to make hit records with people. Mm-hmm. You feel me? I'm trying to get a Grammy. Mm-hmm. You know?
We talked about the music, we talked about the background.
Yes.
Man, and we talked about the Twitter. You thought you was going to escape that. You got to be cognizant of that.
We went back how long?
We went back like 2016 on your ass. You thought we
I
were
don't
going to
even
find
remember.
out. He said, hold up. He said, I said that? I'm telling you, bro, you better get ready now.
I gotta be careful when I post. Hold on.
The internet mafia, they will find out some shit on your ass. So moving on to a segment I like to say, this or that. So in the segment, this or that, you got to choose. And you probably won't get put out there, but hey, it is what it is. So first topic on this or that. Light skin or dark skin? Chicks. Which one are you rocking with?
I don't know, man.
Ooh. And I know you probably got love for both.
I do, man. I mean, honestly, it's both of me, man.
Okay.
Like, it really is, man. It's not even that, bro. It's just, man, like, the chocolate women, man, they ain't nothing get better than that, man. Mm-hmm. But light skins, though, man, especially the mixed breeds, I don't know what it is, bro, but I don't know, man. Like, I don't know, man. I like me some light skins, though.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
like, I think if I really had to, like, pick, like, I don't know.
Damn.
I don't know. It really is. I don't know. Because I didn't see, man.
You're just going to keep it a buck?
Yeah, I'm going to just keep it just
Promise loves all
50, man. I love them all, man. You feel me? I love them all.
When it comes to cars, foreign or domestic? This or that?
Honestly, it's got to be domestic, man.
Okay.
I mean, I love foreign cars. I love the way they look, man. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to the domestic, man, ain't nothing sound better than that.
So what is your car choice? Because like when you get on, you know, when every rapper get on, he got to get his favorite car. Most people are like, I'm about to get a Lambo. I'm about to get the Ferrari. Nah. What is Prmise going to cop? What is it?
I don't know, man. I low-key want an old school. Okay. Like, I mean, my favorite car's always been a Mustang. Okay. I know I'm going to hear it from the Chevy people, you feel me? But, you know, them vets though, man. Them vets are nice too, man. Mm-hmm. But honestly, man, like, if it is American domestic, man, my favorite car's always been the Celine S7.
Okay.
You know, V8 twin turbo. Yeah, man. I gotta give me one of those. A lot of people don't know what those are, but yeah, American made. Shout out Steve Celine in Irvine, California. Yeah, beautiful car.
So when it comes to technology, you know, fast moving technology era, either you Apple or Android? What you rocking with?
Apple all the way, man. I've had both. I used to work at AT&T. Well, I used to manage Radio Shack back when, they was popping. And I've had both phones. You feel me? Especially when the first iPhone came out. Like I had both phones, and it always seemed that the Android would always get adware, and I'm always having to download antivirus for it. You feel me? I'm always having to clear it out of the cache or the, all the bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So, but I mean, when it came to like productivity, you know what I mean? Apple always had the upper hand. I was always a PC guy, especially customization. Video games, hands down, PC. But when it came to music creativity, Apple. Okay. You feel me? So like, I'm still kind of 50-50 with both, but when it comes to my specific needs and my focus, like as far as music goes, it's gonna be Apple. But if I'm gaming or something like that, it's PlayStation. Sorry, Xbox, but it's PlayStation and PC. It's just, I'm still in there. Xbox, you feel me? Because it's PC, Microsoft, you feel me? So yeah, I'm still showing love in a way, but I like the controllers of the PlayStation. Like,
so you just finished up a show, you just wrapped up a concert.
Yeah.
Your fans are out there. You go out to greet them. You about to go grab some food. What is it Prmise likes to eat on the street? What's your, I guess, restaurant of choice, fast food of choice?
Restaurant of choice. Man.
Ooh,
a good Mexican restaurant. Like, I'm talking authentic
Taco
Mexican.
Bell?
Hell no, man. That's
That's
Tex-Mex, man.
you know what's funny though? To some people,
it's really Mexican food.
Like when, for instance, if someone talks to me like, hey, you want to go grab some Taco Bell, like some Mexican food, I'm gonna look at them like, that's not like,
hell no,
shit, like there's levels to this. There's levels to this shit.
I'm talking when you in a real Mexican establishment, when you have carne asada, fucking beans, rice, refried beans and rice, and you have, the cilantro. They don't have cilantro in that restaurant. It's not a Mexican restaurant.
When I go to a Mexican restaurant, this is the first thing. When I come in, first of all, when I sit down, I want to know what kind of tortilla chips you want to serve me. Second, I want to know the salsa. I can tell the difference between that old Del Paso fake ass salsa or if somebody in the background made it themselves.
In the blender, the real stuff.
The chips, the salsa, then the very third thing, who's speaking English?
Yeah.
If the waiter speaks English, that's fine. But when she gets my order to the chick in the back, it better be somebody abuela back there that ain't speaking no English. I was like, this shit finna be fire.
Yeah.
She don't know what the fuck she's saying.
Yeah.
But I know that food gonna be right.
Yeah. It's funny because every time I go into a Mexican restaurant, I'm always like, do you guys sell carne asada? Nah. I always walk out.
You not a real Mexican restaurant?
Nah. Any Mexican restaurant that don't sell carne asada is not a Mexican restaurant. I don't care.
And I'm gonna put this on record. For the people out there, for a taco, a real Mexican taco, are you putting sour cream and they put tomatoes and lettuce on there? Okay. And for my real Mexican cats, they're like, that's not a real taco. All you need is steak, cheese, maybe some beans, maybe some guacamole. But like, that's like steak tacos. That's like a real taco.
Not necessarily. I grew
up with the old Del Paso, like, hey, you just put the sour cream on there and the ground beef, and that's a real taco.
I think it's all. I think it's a preference. You feel me? Like, how I eat tacos, how I like my tacos. Especially like the street tacos. The carne asada or fajita meat. You know what I mean? With the onions, carne asada, some lemon. You feel me? That's a taco. Or if you're going all out, you can put, some lettuce, tomatoes, you feel me, cilantro, beans, your favorite choice of, your meat, your protein, you know what I mean? It's preference. But yeah, you can go barbacoa, you can go whatever, I know you don't know what that is.
No, but
okay, my bad.
I've been out there a little bit, give me some love, a little bit. Education myself. As far as, all right, last thing on this or that. So, what do you like to drink? dark or light. So when you in the club and you ordering your little shot or whatever you putting in your cup, and the lady walks up to you, she's like, promise I want to get you a drink. What you drinking, that dark or that light?
I think it depends on the mood.
Ooh, okay.
You feel me? If I'm like in a chill, like mellow mood, you feel me? And I'm trying to, trying to get a little cutty, you feel me? Give me the Crown and Coke. You know
Okay, that's the go-to.
Yeah,
Okay.
But if I'm trying to get, a little turned up, you know what I mean? Give me adios.
What about that tequila?
Bro.
He was like,
that's what you yeah.
That's not the casual.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I'll drink it, the 1800, but yeah. I had some wild experiences with that in Vegas. So we're gonna leave that. We're in Vegas.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Facts. All right, my guy. So again, I mean, we've gone through it all. You got from your history and your past. Growing up, I said, yeah, you overcame a lot of struggles, and you feel like you can be a voice for people that come from that same background, which is a great thing. Very educated, got your degrees, you're pursuing your dreams and your goals, and you hopefully one day you see yourself up there with the greats. And you mentioned a lot of them, but you're aspiring to get there as well. So as far as 2019 is concerned, what else do you want to say to your fans and the audiences out there as far as accomplishing your dreams and your goals?
Never give up. You feel me? Don't listen to the haters. You know what I mean? Like, matter of fact, yeah, listen to the haters. Let them motivate you to move to the next level, and let them hate some more. If you don't have 1,000, 10,000, 20,000 haters by the end of 2019, you doing something wrong.
Fact.
Keep it moving.
Listen to the haters, let them inspire you, draw that energy, and keep it pushing. Well, hey, again, this is Benjamin Grizzly on the table. Got my man Prmise here. Hey, it was an honor having you on the show, bro. I look forward to linking up with you again and seeing what you got to offer. Again, you can check them out. Where can we check out your music at?
Prmise.com without the O.
Prmise.com without the O, because you're going to get some gospel if you put the O in it. But other than that, Benjamin Grizzly, we signing out.